Right, in this latest video we're going to look at putting the garter hole into the wheel up in the loft. Now the position of the garter hole will determine how far the sally drops on hand stroke before it's taken back up again. And at the moment the position is approximately there. So when you ring, you can see you get the bobbing point, as I call it, of the sally. And that's the point where the rope actually stops and goes back up again, that you can adjust by having the garter hole in the correct position. So I would actually like this one to be a little bit lower. So what I'm going to do is, from the point at which we attach the P-clips at the moment, I'm just going to drop them down by, take them up by about 2 inches, and then just see if that makes the difference I'm looking for. So I'll quickly go and do that now, and then we'll give it another go. Okay, we've moved the P-clip about 2 inches further up on the wheel, which should mean that the sally actually comes down another 2 inches before it's picked up on the roller and is taken back up again towards the backstroke. So now if we do the same test again, you can see that the bobbing point has dropped by about 2 inches, which means that when you're ringing, you're catching the sally a little bit higher up, which is a little more true to life. So I'm quite happy with that position. So we can go and drill the garter hole through the wheel. We also then have to make the insert which stops the rope as it is pulled one way and then the other from the garter hole. It means that it actually keeps a bit more of a circumference on it, so it's not as harsh, and it won't wear out my my second-hand rope quite so quickly. So let's get on with that. Right, so we need to make a small insert to go into the position of the garter hole, which basically smooths the transition of the rope being bent that way to the rope being, as it goes round the pulley and into the garter hole here, bent the other way, so you don't get the 90-degree bending against a sharp edge, which can wear out a rope very, very quickly. So what I'm going to put in there is this thing that you'll see on most wheels in towers. In fact, I think all wheels would have this, and it's basically at this position you're going to put a fillet of wood which is rounded. So if the garter hole is here, it basically in cross section will look something like that, and if you look at it in plan view, you will have the hole in the middle, and then these are smooth sloping sides in that sort of configuration, so when the rope comes out and around, throw the pin, it will be something like that as it goes each way, rather than coming out and then turning immediately 90 degrees, which gives the wear. So we'll find a piece of wood, and then we'll cut out the profile and drill a hole in it, and then smooth it all off, and we should have a fillet 65mm wide, because we know that's the width of the wheel. So I'll find some materials, and that's the next stage. so I've tied the rope around the central strut here. Obviously I would love to have done a proper knot, but I can't because you need 2 struts to do that. So what I've done is I've fixed it with a P-clip at the back, screwed that in. It's not going to go anywhere. I'm quite pleased with the result. So that's basically the end of this video on putting in the garter hole.